In the initial scene, we are acquainted with a combative techniques master and professional killer named Thunderleg. For as long as he can remember, Thunderleg has prepared to be the best warrior on the planet. He is known for his unmistakable strategy called Fiend's Kick, a quick and lethal kicking style that can overcome even the best rivals. At some point, he has a letter from a client who maintains that him should kill a conspicuous kung fu ace named Wei. He is likewise paid a strong amount of cash for his administrations. Not burning through much time, Thunder goes to Wei and moves him to a battle. Wei offers him twofold how much cash for his life, yet Thunder rejects. Despite the fact that he is a criminal, he is a man of high standards with regards to his work. The battle begins, and an expert like Wei is demonstrated feeble before Thunder. He shows astonishing footwork and losses the rival in practically no time. In the accompanying scene, we are taking the best hand-to-hand fighting instructional hub in the town. It is controlled by an expert named Wong and his supporter teacher Kai. The students are terrified of Wong, yet not a solitary one of them dread Kai. The most infamous one of the relative multitude of learners is Wong's own child, Freddy. He prods Kai and giggles with the others at his wretchedness. At the point when Kai acknowledges what is happening, he gets down on Freddy for being a ruined imp and exploiting his dad's situation. They choose to resolve the contention of the battle. Kai loses in light of the fact that despite the fact that he is a teacher, he isn't half comparable to Freddy. The man has a characteristic ability in combative techniques and is just missing legitimate discipline. Sometime thereafter, Freddy is with his companions on the lookout, intending to trick individuals as they normally do. He utilizes an eel to startle a young lady and take her leap on him. Notwithstanding, he is gotten by the young lady's mom. She is likewise an expert in kung fu and is far superior than any rivals. Freddy has confronted. He has shown a thing or two preceding he enlists he can't win against her and escapes. Karma isn't in support of Freddy that day in light of the fact that, returning home, he sees a person named Jerry. He is upsetting an unfortunate dealer by declining to pay the perfect sum. Freddy remains against the harasser and losses him in a battle to make him pay the merchant. Prior to leaving, he cautions Jerry to avoid his sight in the event that he esteems his life. At night, he gets back and sees the young lady he tricked before and her mom are with his dad. Freddy makes an honest effort to disregard them, yet his dad calls him closer to acquaint him with the visitors. It ends up they are his auntie and cousin, who have stayed with them from an alternate city. They enlighten expert Wong concerning his child's tricks, causing Freddy problems. At the point when he is about to be rebuffed, they are intruded on by a land proprietor named Lee. He is Jerry's dad and is enraged at Freddy for pounding his child. Jerry is likewise acquired front of expert Wong, shrouded in swaths from every one of the wounds caused upon him. Lee does maintain that a statement of regret, however needs Freddy, should be rebuffed for his violations. Wong draws out a stick to hit Freddy, yet is come by his auntie. She asks the casualty's companions to rebuff Freddy in a way they like. In any case, they just get 10 hits on him, and he can't in the middle of between the hits. One of Jerry's companions unhesitatingly comes forward, however, neglects to understand that regardless of whether Freddy can't counterattack, he can guard himself. His initial not many hits go to squander in light of the fact that Freddy can redirect every last one of them. In the long run, the 10 assaults are finished and Freddy is as yet standing with no significant wounds. At the point when the rival has a go at going for an additional assault, Freddy sends him flying with a solitary hit. Lee and his hooligans need to pick Jerry and get back in humiliation. Be that as it may, Ace Wong's outrage hasn't subsided at this point. Beginning the following day, he makes Freddy go through a progression of fierce disciplines. He is made to crouch bowls on his head and shoulders for hours consistently. In any case, Freddy and his companions find multiple ways of conning right out of the discipline. Ace Wong learns about this and is tired of his child's absence of discipline. Choosing to make a significant stride, he calls his sibling, an unbelievable kung fu ace named Sam. He is most popular for the tipsy style of kung fu and is unparalleled when smashed. Wong accepts that under his consideration, even somebody like Freddy will begin viewing life in a serious way. Until he shows up, Freddy is kept in the toilet with a weighty pot. Held tight, his neck is disciplined. His companion salvages him and uncovers that expert Sam is certainly not a standard individual. He torments his understudies such a lot of that they are unrecognizable toward the preparation's end. When he shows up, Freddy should wish goodbye to his opportunity in harmony. After hearing every one of the frightful things Sam has done, Freddy no longer needs to meet him. He takes off and closes up at an eatery before the day's over. Since he is poor, he deceives a man into getting him a feast. However, the man ends up being the eatery's proprietor. His thugs stir something up with Freddy for attempting to swindle them. In a similar eatery, expert Sam is partaking in a feast. He perceives Freddy and assists him with battling the thugs. Freddy is appreciative to the outsider for his assistance. As they talk, he begins offending expert Sam electing to perceive that he is a similar man. In the wake of chiding him all he needs, Freddy stops and asks the more peculiar his name. After figuring out he is the expert, Freddy's face changes tone. He attempts to make a run for it. At the point when that doesn't work, he stupidly endeavors to battle Sam and is shown a thing or two. Beginning the following day, his preparation starts, and his most memorable undertaking is to over and again move water, starting with one gigantic pot, then onto the next. He searches for the right second, and professes to have been categorized as one of the pots. At the point when Sam comes to his guide, he is deceived and caught inside. Freddy then, at that point, takes off and stops at a neglected building. The spot ends up being the refuge of the perilous professional killer, Thunderleg. He orders Freddy to disappear, yet uninformed about the executioner's personality, Freddy denies. Accordingly, Thunderleg continues to beat and embarrass him. He is going to kill him, however stops, since killing a simple quitter like Freddy would hurt his standing. Freddy's life is saved, however, he hasn't been more humiliated in his life. The displeasure transforms into a will to vindicate Thunder, and for that, he needs to prepare. In the accompanying scene, he returns to Sam saying sorry and imploring him for his assistance. Sam takes him back, allowing him the last opportunity to show what him can do. The most vital phase in the preparation is to duplicate his arm strength. This is finished by Sam tying sticks to his hands and utilizing him like a mannequin. In the wake of preparing the whole day, Freddy struggles, utilizing chopsticks at supper. He questions in the event that he can at any point be all around as solid as Thunder, yet as days pass. He feels his arm acquiring strength. The principal quarter of the preparation closes when he can break pecans with his exposed fingers. Then, at some point, the expert and understudy go to a neighborhood wagering zone to bet. Sam is an accomplished player with extremely sharp eyes. He wins each and every round and rakes in boatloads of cash, no doubt stirring up a lot of disturbance for his rivals. They are interfered with by an uncovered man who figures he can overcome Sam. They put all their cash on the last round, yet the man cheats to win. After being demonstrated a cheat, he frenzies and starts accusing Sam. Freddy moves him to a battle feeling that it would be a simple win. Yet the bear man uncovers he has been prepared in skull-styled kung fu and has a strong head. He overwhelms Freddy in the first. A big part of the battle, however, Freddy gets his hands on a mallet and losses the person eventually. Sometime later, expert Sam runs out of his #1 liquor and requests that Freddy get him some from an eatery. In any case, he eats a huge dinner with the cash and weakens the liquor with water, expecting that Sam won't have a clue about the distinction. Elsewhere, the bare-headed person brings the bamboo expert to thump Sam for what he did before. The bamboo ace has his stick, however, Sam misses the mark on greatest wellspring of force, which is liquor. Freddy shows up with impeccable timing, yet Sam immediately perceives that the liquor is weakened. Accordingly, the two of them can't battle the bamboo ace, so they choose to escape. Around evening time, Freddy faults Sam for not showing him appropriately in light of the fact that he was unable to overcome the bamboo ace. Sam uncovers that till now, he had just been learning the rudiments of the intoxicated kung fu strategy. Since he has dominated the fundamentals, he should gain proficiency with the main parts. The team then drinks until they are intoxicated crazy. At the point when a typical individual can barely stroll with this much liquor in their framework, Sam can play out the methods of each of the 7 experts of kung fu. Freddy finds out about the experts and their assets and shortcomings. Subsequent to preparing for quite a long time, he at last starts to get a hang of the muddled methods of kung fu. He is additionally significantly more focused than he was previously, and views the preparation more in a serious way. At some point, the land proprietor Lee comes to dominate Wong, requesting that he sell his territory. Wong knows that Lee needs to abuse the land by involving it as a coal mine. Lee even offers him a fifth of the benefit, yet Wong throws him out. In the accompanying scene, Thunderleg gets a letter from a client. The source is Lee, who believes him should kill Wong. Thunder takes on the errand and prepares to go to the city. Elsewhere, Freddy is heading back home with liquor when he runs over the bamboo ace. He recalls how he and Sam were embarrassed by the man and chooses to get payback. He incites the man, encouraging him to make the main assault. The battle is by all accounts non-partisan until Freddy drinks liquor. At the point when he is smashed, nobody can battle against him, not even the famous bamboo ace. He overcomes the man humorously prior to taking 2 enormous pots of his wine. In any case, on arriving at home, he is stunned to see Sam missing. He finds a letter where the ace has said thanks to him for putting stock in his lessons. He says Freddy has gotten the hang of all that there is to tipsy kung fu. Thus he has finished his job and is leaving. Back in the instructional hub, A man hurries to Wong in alarm and uncovers that Lee and his kin are assuming control over the land forcibly, and incensed Wong goes to show them a thing or two, however sees as nobody. It is uncovered that the notification was a stunt played by Thunderleg to get Wong alone. Thunder is particularly amped up for the fight, since he is continuously searching for a more grounded rival. He thinks Wong is an ideal counterpart for himself, as well as his demise will hoist Thunder's standing. The battle begins, and the two match in strength and strategy for quite a while. Be that as it may, when Thunder chooses to utilize Satan's kick, even the powerful Wong is crushed. He is tossed to the ground and is close to being killed when one of his pupils brings Freddy. His blood bubbles on seeing his dad harmed. He prepares to battle the rival in Wong's place. Thunderleg recalls that him from the time he was embarrassed. To the professional killer, it is a joke since he thinks Freddy is a similar individual who took off humiliated the last time. All of a sudden, so shows up the war zone, causing Freddy a deep sense of enjoyment. Thunderleg freezes in shock, understanding what the plastered expert is able to do. It turns out he is the main individual the destructive professional killer is frightened of, yet so guarantees him that he won't meddle in the battle. He maintains that it should be between his understudy and Thunder. All the battle starts, and Freddy avoids Thunder's assaults. The rival gets baffled and commits an error, giving Freddy a high ground. Eventually, he utilizes his arm solidarity to snap Thunder's neck and losses him. Ultimately, Freddy remains as the victor, and his dad is at long last glad for him.